We'll next move on with someone with testimony in support of House Bill 328. Please make sure to drop off your witness form, state your name, and proceed when you are ready.
Thank you, Chairman, members of the committee. Susan Myers of the 131st. For those who don't know me, there's new faces in front of me, I serve in leadership roles as an unpaid volunteer with 2 national nonpartisan organizations, both focused on women and firearms. One hat I wear involves the training, mentoring, and education side of the gun, and the other is what keeps bringing me back to this beautiful building since 2020, the rights advocacy side. While I always choose to testify all hats off strictly as an individual, it might help you understand my passionate and unapologetic stance on these issues to know that I gladly carry the burden of knowing that there are women who believe that my efforts here represent their thoughts and concerns as well as my own. They tell me that I am their voice, and I do not take it lightly. Gun-free zones is the top priority of women in this state who carry for self-defense, being that they directly impact our concealed carry lifestyles daily. We take it personally when the state abuses its authority to tell us when and where we can or can't be prepared to protect ourselves and our families. During last year's hearing, a gentleman speaking on behalf of Missouri Public Transit Association was asked what he would suggest to customers who carry as a matter of everyday life and simply wish to use their services to get from point A to point C. His response, I would think that they would have private transportation that they would utilize, had quite the whiff of let them eat cake about it. Don't like being infringed upon? Get a car. While strongly supporting the bill, I would like to see the penalty of Class D felony removed for permitless carry. The state told us we have a constitutional right to carry, yet the penalty for violating what I feel and courts feel is an unconstitutional ban would disarm a person for life. That's unacceptable. For some context, only 14 states have any type of ban on churches. 36, I really doubt, are violating people's First Amendment rights. There are currently 7 states that restrict carry on public transit, quickly jumping up from 3 prior to the Supreme Court Bruin decision in 2022. Best I was able to research, 4 of those 7 states' bans are currently being challenged. Sadly, Missouri is not yet among them, but I'm happy to report that I was invited to speak at the Second Amendment Foundation's annual Gun Rights Policy Conference in San Diego this last fall. I delighted in bringing to the attention of some of the top 2A litigators and organizations in this country the exasperating fact that Missouri, being led by the only Republican-led state to have such a restriction despite more than a decade, actually, of fighting to remove it. I fear for the women who rely on public transit that you are forcing into pointless vulnerability, and it needs to be corrected, either through you or around you. Gun-free zones have got to go. Thank you. And I will leave with the chairman the list of states banning churches and public transit carry, and best I could research a synopsis of the status of the current cases ongoing. And when I get home, I'll email it to make it easier to.
That would be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Are there any questions for this witness? Seeing none, I appreciate your testimony today. We'll next